Nigeria cannot control the price of oil. We can control our response to it. And this is what we have done by proposing this benchmark of 65. And let me hasten to say that we know that prices are falling even further than that. I already mentioned that the price is already at $58 per barrel for Brent crude, and it may fall even further. But the reason we have gone with the 65 is because all the price intelligence we've been able to gather from analysts and so on indicates that in 2015, prices will steady more than they have at the present to around this $65 to $70 per barrel. In fact, most analysts are expecting prices to average around $70 per barrel next year. But you know that forecasting of oil prices is a treacherous profession. So even as we say this, we also tell the country that there's no ironclad guarantee, and that if we don't get that price, we should be prepared to make the necessary adjustments. But what I want to tell you is that Nigeria has come of age. I feel that we have the tools in this country, if we can all pull together, to be able to take the measures that will enable us to transition through this year. On subsidies, many Nigerians have rightly asked when the pump price of PMS will be reduced, given the declining price of oil. As you know, the relevant government agency for this is the PPPRA. And the information we have is that they are now updating their template based on recent developments, and we hope that they will address this issue soon. However, preliminary estimates show that the break-even crude oil price at which the landed cost of PMS will equal our current pump price of 97 naira per litre, and there will no longer be subsidy, hovers around $60 per barrel. It's only when our crude oil price for Bonny Light falls below this level that we can now talk about the issue of bringing down any pump price. But there's an important matter which you need to take into account, why the PPPRA is waiting to advise us. Oil prices are so volatile that you can't really make any decision in any one day. Just 2 days ago, the oil price fell to 60 in the morning. By afternoon, it was 62. By evening, it was 61 or so. In the same day, the level of volatility has been so high that if you want to make a decision now, you won't know what decision to make. So it is important to wait till this volatility has averaged out and we know where we are, because you don't want to bring down price one day, then the next day you jack it up, the third day, even within the same day, you can be moving the thing up and down. So I believe that this volatility, we must watch it, let it calm down, and then let the PPRA make the decision and let us know. But this is something we are watching, we are calculating, and we just wanted Nigerians to know that. We have also done work and analysis on waivers and exemptions. And the analysis done shows that about 30% of those who receive waivers on pioneer status, this is a particular category of waivers we have to encourage companies. About 30% of them are abusing the system. When we plug this gap, as we intend to do, it will yield us another 36 billion of additional revenues in 2015. The government is also going to implement a luxury surcharge on luxury goods. A 10% import surcharge will be imposed on new private jets which are being brought into the country. And with the estimates that we have, we're expecting about 3.7 billion in 2015. A 39% import surcharge on luxury yachts, which is expected to raise about 1.6 billion. A 5% import surcharge on luxury cars, estimated to yield about 2.6 billion. All of this, I hasten to say, are kicking in later in 2015. We have a surcharge also proposed on business and first class tickets, no charge on economy. I must repeat that. There will be no extra surcharge on economy tickets on business and first class. A luxury surcharge on champagnes, wines and spirits, which we expect to generate an additional 2.3 billion naira in 2015. We are also proposing a mansion tax. This will be collected in the Federal Capital Territory by the FCT, or to go to their benefit on residential properties with a value of above 300 million naira. And that should yield about 360 million, most of it for the FCT, which will help them enhance their revenues. In total, all the surcharges on luxury items are expected to yield about 10.56 billion naira in 2050. In the medium term, it will be important to focus on tax policy to see where the opportunities lie to streamline and rationalize certain taxes and levies whilst looking to boost others. For example, Nigeria has one of the lowest VAT rates in the world, and we must look in the medium term. I'm not talking about the short term. We have not proposed to increase VAT now, and I must say that since we are looking about how to transition and cushion the average Nigerian. But in the medium term, this is one of the taxes that even the Committee of Governors has proposed that we look at. Nigeria has one of the lowest VAT rates in the world at about 5%. And if you are just to put a 5% increase to that, you will generate another 614 billion naira. 85% of this goes to the states. Federal government only gets 15%, but we are looking for measures that will also help the states to weather the expenditures down the line. Again, we are just giving this as an example. We will be looking at tax policy together with the National Assembly, the legislature, because it's with their help that we'll be able to do this in the medium term.